Hello, and welcome back. Ta-da! I'm back. We'll see how this is gonna go. Anyway, welcome back to Soviet Republic, and let's get this show on the road. Right, hello, welcome back. This is me second time recording this. I went too long on my rants about the game, about the opinions about this. I will be short about this. But if you want to know more, comment section. And probably I suggest following the series, like, subscribe and all that stuff, because I'm going to be talking about the game and my opinion about the game development and so on. I don't write anything down on the paper. I probably should and cover all these basics, but there's so many downsides about the game that I feel that are there. And I will be just disclosing them as I think. Most of them, or some of them, I will be wrong. I'm gonna be wrong. I was wrong many times in the past, but this is just my opinion. Okay, so Soviet Republic. Perfect game. Love it. Well, okay, not really perfect game. Perfect. And then game. game. Soviet Republic currently runs for 40 euros if you want to buy it. Base game is absolutely the best thing you can buy ever. It's amazing. DLCs, not so much. I have all of them except the early start, which I think it's extremely not warranted, but I'm gonna talk about this. Just quick cover. The best DLC from Help for Ukraine, Biomes, World Maps, and Early Start, in my opinion, is soundtrack, because I use it almost on a daily basis. It's such an amazing thing, doesn't exist in the current historical music archives, and Rotem Hecht, who actually made this music, is absolutely glorious. But to be honest, World Maps, that's a non-starter, that's a BS DLC. Personally, that should be on the workshop items. I know that money is going to the developer, to the modders as well, but there are also many modders who make very much better maps than they're released there. Are not getting paid for this, and they're still doing the hard work. So I will be talking about community, but that's gonna be through the series. I will try to disclose as much as I can. I wish you contribute in the comment section as well. Let me know what you think, and let's talk, and let's just discuss the opinions about the game. Right, so just very broadly, I believe initially this game is one of the best games I ever played. It still is the most played game, other than Farming Simulator, but that's every 2 years it changed, so Farming Simulator is something that I played more of. The DLCs are BS, most of them, all of them. I don't like Early Start. You can literally just edit the save game and start at whatever year you want. It's gonna affect the vehicles and all the other stuff, and individual small amount of, like, horses and carriages and stuff. I think it's not worth it, in my opinion, and I will buy it eventually. Currently it's not on sale. It's 20 euros. I can get it if I get the whole bundle, which is the only this thing missing. It's 20% off, but I will not buy Early Start for more than 50% off or less than 50% off, whatever you want to take it. It needs to be less than, it needs to be on sale. So anyway, so going on, I will go and do something that I never did. I was criticized before about this by minority, but I still I'm definitely seeing the reason for this. People criticize me that I used too many mods in my gameplays. That was way a long time ago. I think everybody uses way more mods than they did while back. So mods are absolutely. I was saying that it was 50% of the game. I think it's even more now. Mods are. I just shows you that how many mods were implemented in vanilla game. I will talk about this. That actually is saving this game from boredom. But yeah, we'll talk about this. In this series, I'm gonna start what I said, what I never started before, and that will be the vanilla, fully vanilla, everything vanilla as much as possible. I was thinking of saying churches, maybe not, or yes, or I don't know, but I'll try to do. Potentially even without churches. But yeah, I'm gonna start as vanilla as it gets. I know that there's these vanilla ones. This is the Romanian, Ukrainian DLC, and the rest of it, it's just whatever this is. It still has a ticks here, like it's a mod, but I'm gonna consider these 7 maps as being mods. Slovakia, horrendous map. Love Slovakia, love the people. Hrumki the best outside of the Balkans, the best Hrumki in the world. Love Slovakia, hate the map. Soviet Revolution, never played it. Most of these vanilla maps are Eastern European medium hills. That's literally vanilla one. So I'm not gonna play that. I'm gonna go the worst of the worst of the worst, sir. At least some RNGs in the whole story. It's gonna be the randomly generated map. So I'm gonna start at 1960. We're gonna have Moving Sun. Sorry for the recording during the night. That I know this is gonna be a problem, but there's different power consumptions. It's way more realistic, in my opinion, to play with moving Sunday and night cycles, just because of the power consumption and all the other stuff, vehicles, all that other stuff, but also gives a certain charm. So sorry about the nights, but it is what it is. Lock according to year, this is even more difficult. So once the production year of the vehicles stop, you cannot import it anymore. You can buy blueprints and produce these vehicles in your own factories, but that's a different story. So we're gonna lock according to year. Okay. A couple of things I'm gonna say about this. I think this is it. There's nothing here. Population, we can go for smaller population because we will start with population. We're gonna have cities and roads. I'm thinking about like I'm thinking about 7 cities. I don't know, 7 sisters, 7 Stalin sisters. Number 7 is lucky number 7 or whatever. So and then a lot of great sports people like number 7. So what the hell? Rivers, I don't know. I like 3. Tree density, I like a lot of trees. I come from the flatlands of eastern Croatia to the former Yugoslavia. Well, that was essential Yugoslavia, plains, Pannonian Plain. A lot of forests, a lot of fields. Terrain height, that's something that I don't think it works like greatly. So even like the river banks are just like a little bit like if you go for this, I think it's just like too flat. Like I mean, like difference between the water level and the coast. But I'm gonna do like this, amount of hills, amount of lakes. I actually would like to have, you know what, I'll leave it as it is. Terrain height, tree density, forest amount, rivers, amount of hills. Yeah, hills here are absolutely horrendous. These are like boobs sticking out of the ground and that just looks horrible, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna go for default map. I know the difference between Siberian and default map. You have snow, all good, unlike desert and jungles. But I think in default map your winters are a little bit shorter than in Siberia, so I think it's more vanilla this way, which is I think a little bit easier for us because the harvest season and the planting seasons are longer, so for your agriculture is better. I just wanted to talk about this before the map starts. If near the border we have a city, I'm gonna go and start developing the city that is closest to the border, so I'm not building a new city. If the area where I would like to start with, if the city is close, has a lot of farmlands, I will go for farmland, but if it's like heavily like next to the river or next to the lakes and not clear way to develop like farms and it's gonna be a little bit tricky, I might go for the industrial stuff first. But this is just thinking out loud. I'm not saying that this is the fact, this is how it's gonna be. I'll see how I feel like. We're gonna pause straight from the get-go. Hills, I hate them. Actually, is it just me? Maybe they're, I don't know. I think lower hills probably would be a little bit nicer. I have no idea how the map looks like. We don't have any resources, access to any resources. These lakes are just craters around the map, and I hate those as well because they're kind of useless. Just a dumping polluted water. That's what I'm gonna be using it for. Okay, map. Boom, straight away. Yeah, looks like a surface of the moon just with water. Straight away, Soviet Republic, west and south on the map. Looks like we have Tri-City area here, close to the border. I needed 1.5 kilometer max, and I think this might be it. But is that the way where we just start? Shurlava, is it? No, Chemusek, Shuralava is there, so Chomusek and Kerețali. I think that's Romanian, sounds Romanian. Anyway, so let's see how far, oh, this is actually quite close. Ooh, this is not bad. I mean, like, the only thing that we're gonna use from these cities is I'm gonna try to preserve the historical core of the city with the bigger buildings. All this lower stuff is gonna go away, and that's about it. We have a Shurlava here, which is also not that far from the border. What are the border crossings like? We have a railroad, my favorite border crossing, and a small one without railroad. Both of them have electricity. I actually had border crossings without electricity, which was really annoying. Okay, so a couple of things I'm gonna be testing out here. I always say when I'm incapable and do bad stuff, I always say I'm gonna be testing. One, two. No, I'm gonna be testing some things that I was discussing with Mr. Dennis. By the way, I'm gonna criticize. If I sound like I'm criticizing him, it's not true. I really appreciate him. He taught me a lot of stuff about this game as well. Hopefully, he learned something from our exchanges of information. I wouldn't know, but just so you don't think it's pure criticism of other people's work, I appreciate he taught me so much. But I will be saying some stuff. So first stuff, he claims that the having less dumper trucks is actually better for you for productivity, which I'm gonna try to test out. I will build, like usually I build my construction offices, free construction offices, like 7 of them. Now it's gonna be different mathematics because we have 15 construction offices, not 7, so way more. That means we can put way more free shit around the map, like free of these, and that might speed some things up, but not 100% sure how this is gonna speed up. Usually what I would do is build the 7 small construction offices and start building my setup for construction offices, which would be way more. Now it's a little bit different with these free construction offices being 15 of them. I'm gonna just double check this. If we go for construction offices, if we try to hover over here, you can see that it says that there's 0 out of 15 of them. So very interesting. I will, there is a hillside here. Is this annoying? I mean, like, whatever. When is gonna start annoying me to go? I can go in this direction, but it's gonna be a little bit annoying for the power electricity hoses, but yeah. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna build them like anywhere. Oh, actually the first thing that you should build is not that, but actually the gas station, because it needs to be kind of off the main road, because that main road is gonna see a lot of traffic. And whoever is going for the gas station, you don't want them to go directly to the main road. Okay, so let's say that this seems like a decent enough place to start building some of the construction offices. We're gonna need also distribution office. What do you mean? Don't you have to research it? No, there's distribution offices that you can use from the beginning. It's not cheat on, it's just free ones, and you get 5 of them initially. It's not even close enough to actually have decent distribution setup, but it's just for your basics like fuels, or what I used to do with the gravel imports. I used to use these free construction office, free aggregate storages, and pile up everything on a single pile, and the gravel from the border crossing, the big Maz trucks were doing that for me, just piling it up, so the dumper trucks don't have to go to the border crossing to get loaded. I'm gonna do it differently now. Previously my tactic was to have at least this kind of border crossing, which has three bays, and I will be doing the Maz, the big Minsk Autozavod trucks, only 2 of them. So at every point you would have smaller trucks if they need to load and go further. Only 2 of them would be only 2 bays would be blocked at the same time. So it's not really blocking the border crossing while loading enormous amounts of gravel, but I will not do it this time. I'm gonna be actually doing the opposite. I'm gonna be blocking my border crossings by having my dumper trucks not going for gravel there, but actually going to load gravel well, elsewhere. In this case, it's gonna be directly from the border crossing. Well, is that what I was saying? Yeah, I think that's what. Anyway, everything is going to be done from the border crossing. I just want to see if this is faster way, or if this is reasonable way of doing things or not. Just a little bit of a test for what Mr. Dennis is recommending and what his idea of this is. Since we're gonna have, this is gonna be quite simple. Let's go unpause the game by the oil tankers here, cistern. We can straight away go and tell this cistern to go and load stuff here and unload stuff here. Unfortunately, it doesn't like to listen, and go to like 50%. There's only one thing that this is gonna accept, and that's the fuel, also known as diesel. Hopefully we had diesel. It would be nice if we had like diesel in the game, but hey ho, it's fuel. Yeah, so anyway. Let's continue on with populating this. Since they're gonna come here, they're gonna get the order to get to the border crossing straight away. I'm gonna just tick on the field just because I like to be a little bit on top of things. I'm gonna click on here over there, and there we go. And now they're gonna go to get the fuel. I'm gonna go straight away and do the needful, do the basics that we talked about. And the tactic is, instead of 12 of these vehicles, I'm only gonna get 4, and then I'm gonna go for the second most common vehicle being used. That would be mixers, and then the third most common, that would be open hull trucks. They all have their own thing to do. So yeah, I will do the next one. They all have their purpose, like they deliver what they need to deliver, but I will be limiting their auto search. Like for example, dumper trucks will not do the footpaths. Buildings, I think everything here is fine. Like dumper trucks, they don't need to do the footpaths, they don't need to do the factory connections. This is initial. I don't think actually that, no, there's no confusion with this. The only confusion is footpaths versus roads, and as long as the dumper trucks are not doing the roads, that's perfectly fine. Continuing on, this one is not gonna be. I can source everything from the border crossing. This is not a problem because this is where everything is gonna come from, even from these guys. But the next one is gonna be interesting. Here we're gonna get a couple of open hull trucks. Yes, and then something that is gonna be a couple of excavators, and they're not gonna get anything sourced from the border crossing because these excavators are only going to be used. The open hulls are going to be used to take the excavators to the sites. Next up, road construction offices. Well, short break, coffee time. Right, restocked. No coffee, tea. Okay, let's go. Oh. Sorry about that, I was all tapping. Right, so we have the setup, we have this, let's refuel all the vehicles first. We didn't even get the first load of fuel from the border crossing. It's gonna be there soon, fear not. Okay, so continuing on, I'm gonna stick to my my kind of way of doing things. We don't need any, we will need covered hulls as well. Okay, so next one, this is gonna be open hulls, excavators. All good. Next one, what do we do with covered hulls? I'm just gonna get a couple of covered hull trucks for now. Oh, I forgot totally to change the colors on these bad boys. That's fine. Okay, just do it. The one thing I forgot to put here, this construction office is not supposed to do footpaths because excavators can do footpaths. And this is a thing that I was also thinking about, but we don't have tracked excavators. Sorry, the tired excavators. We do have the other ones. The proper name is excavator. E302B excavator, but it's not that fast. It moves very slow on the roads, and I'm not really happy about that. So they would have to be transferred, which I'm kind of still thinking about. Like, for example, let's talk about the footpath. Let's see what we can do with footpaths. If we go and I should probably name these as well. Control A, delete F1. That's footpath 1. This is gonna be control. Oh, it's already selected. F2. That's footpath 2. So what do we do with these? This is only going to be. I have to click on everything except the footpaths. That's annoying. What do you need with footpaths? Initially, it's gonna be just the gravel and the bulldozer. Let's do that. But the bulldozer has to come with the. Bulldozer. Oh, that's a good question. That's a good point. Bulldozer is actually... is it excavator or bulldozer that can do this? Oh, one way to find out, right? Let's get with smaller Eastern German bulldozer. Let's get one of those. How heavy are you? You are 4 tons, this is 6 tons. Both of them fit on the smaller vehicles. You know what? Go for you for now. Oh, fuel is there. Chaos is incoming. Covered hulls, that's fine. The second, I'll come back to this one. Because I lost my train of thought. I'm gonna be using bulldozers or I'm not sure if it's bulldozers. So let's test it with bulldozers first. We're gonna go for dumper trucks. I forgot about the dumper trucks. I will go realism. This is a good point. Let's stop all of this nonsense and let's talk about construction. It's a little bit in the evening. Hopefully you guys are gonna see everything. But yeah, if you know me, 90-degree angles. We're gonna go 45-degree angles as well. Palma Nova. You remember the series? If you don't, go and check it out. Very interesting. Very good. But and we're gonna go for Chomusek as our first city, and how I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna build it like I did with the with my other cities, with the Palma Nova, Nova Palma Nova, something like that. We're gonna build the city of Chomusek. We're gonna have an intersection, city center somewhere. I'm gonna just move it a little bit aside from the actual cathedral, which we're gonna put the Secret Service across. From cathedral, they need to be watched. I'm watching you, buddy. But somewhere around here. Let's say the city center is going to be somewhere outside of the current city border. So why am I doing that? Because it's going to be easier for me to construct this. Why am I changing subject totally now? Because I want to talk about the footpaths. So change of design of the cities that I was testing a little bit is this. Cities are going to be from now on in Palma Nova, in the previous series, let's call it like that, I built a city. Oh, come on, man, seriously. Let's go like this. In the previous series, I built a city that had 400 meters outskirts of the city. Now I'm gonna do 300 because I had never. It was just a little bit too long. It was a little bit too long for me, so I'm just gonna give up on this idea of building a bigger inner city. I think 303 meters, I think, would be approximately to this intersection over there. And I'm liking this. I'm liking this size. So I'm gonna go for 2 more just so I can build a future extension of the city. I'm not gonna build an octagonal city, by the way, just if you're fearing for that. No, that's not gonna be the case. I'm gonna incorporate it in the current city grid. I will remove some streets. All of these smaller houses, they're gonna be removed. Older, bigger capacity houses, they will be. I'm gonna leave them and hopefully build like nice old town neighborhoods around them. And some of them, they have quite the good quality of the apartments or quality of flats. They're quite good. Why don't I like the smaller ones? But I talked about this a lot. Like for example, house of 5 people. If one of them has increased criminality, you're gonna be constantly getting notifications that people are sick, people are unemployed, people are too much criminality, people are alcoholics, people are hungry. I don't know, something is always going to be a problem with them. When you have 20 people, it's the building is diverse enough, or you know, if somebody is a criminal in the building, there's no reason that one of the 30, that's like 3%, a little bit more than 3%, it's just not going to be an issue. So I'm going to start like this. I'm going to be experimenting with a new idea of new way of doing things. First of all, I will drop, at least for the first section of the city, I will stop doing the what's I call it, the big containers. I will test the smaller ones, and this is just to spite Demetri, because he was constantly telling me that no, they changed things, the containers now are better optimized, or transport of waste is better optimized, and waste is a big thing for me. I'm a waste, I'm a śmieciur in Polish. Trash man. I'm a trash man in this game. So this is how I want to do this. It's pretty easy. I'm gonna actually do it a little bit smoother than before. Previously I was thinking of doing it a little bit sharper, but you can see here this would be 1 2 3 1 2 3 4, so something like this. And just to have a smoother bend here. Why am I doing that? So the vehicles don't lose speed when they're going entering this area. So we have 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. So one more, and then do it like this. So this is gonna be the neighborhood. How far I'm gonna go in this direction, I have no idea. Actually, no. We don't even have to go in this direction because we're not gonna have the waste collection with big trucks, but smaller trucks and smaller trucks can use the footpaths to go and pick it up. I don't know if bigger ones can also, but I know that they usually use roads. Okay, couple of new things, at least for me, new things. I wasn't even aware of this until I started testing stuff. Is the, what's it called? The labor pickup hall, which is the as socialist name as it exists. Labor pickup hall. That's my kind of hall. There we go. We're gonna build one of these bad boys. And what I'm gonna do here is this is where the connectivity is everything, at least in my book. All of this needs to be connected to everything, and usually I like to do these things. Whoa, this is wrong ones. I'm gonna go for base. Oh, I didn't talk about the footpaths. Yeah, well, we just started talking about footpaths. So, what about the footpaths? So footpaths are one of the most important things in the game. Footpaths are very, very important because you need to have them upgraded fully in order to utilize the maximum walk distances of your people, to have coverage of kindergartens, shops, and everything else. Everything needs to be well connected. And I'm gonna just connect everything to the city center, and if it is interrupted by a building like this, we're gonna pretend that we are fine with this. So yeah, we're fine with this. Everything else, I think potentially even in this direction, just to create a little bit of space. I think this is very, very good. I think I like this. And then something like a so. It's not really that, you know, direct, but hey ho. You'll see. The band's gonna make it. Okay, so let's start with the buildings that we're gonna have in the city. So my first goal is to build a functional city. Oh, we talked about what we're gonna start with here. Well, that's a very good question. There's not a lot of farm fields here. Like, do we have big hills on both sides? I mean, like, we can build some farms over here. I think I'm gonna start with that's a good point. Again, another subject. What can we even start from? Like, what do we import, export? Okay, hotels, tourism, this kind of stuff. Maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe a little bit, you know. We need to have a hotel for our university and stuff. Professors coming from the outside, from other countries, you know, giving lectures and stuff. This is something that, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but initially we're not gonna be earning money by like just building 100 hotels and stuff. What we can do, come on, let's check it out. So we have first food industries, that's free. Farming is kind of difficult to start with. Well, not difficult, but like it takes a long time to build what I want to build. That would be a large farm, and more importantly, huge silo. So that would be like 8,000 ton or bigger. So one of these silos would be necessary for this setup, which is quite expensive, and also you need to start planting stuff as soon as possible. I'm just wondering how big area are we talking about here? Oh, maybe we can even start with some farming. We'll see how the episodes develop, and we'll work around that. Okay, so all of this is connected very, very well, in my opinion, since it's not necessary for us to have the waste connection, because we're going to have a lot of smaller ones. I think this is good. This gives us a lot of opportunity to connect this well to the bus station, which is, you know, the most important thing initially in the city. So bus station connected here, we can have some nice footpaths here. And this is where my point comes along. Like, this is, let's start building this. So most of your, most vast majority of your footpaths is going to be this 1.7 tons and far working days to finish. And this is why when you have your own construction, you don't use bulldozers, because it's easier to have a bus with 7 people. These are the smallest buses in the game. Just deliver 7 people and be done within a day with this segment of the road. This is not worth like getting a bulldozer or an excavator on the back. Initially, I'm going to be testing this out, but I think it would be better for us to just have foreign workers coming in and doing this rather than suffering like this. So yeah, this is the point with the footpath offices, and this is the reason why I put the small dumper trucks rather than bigger ones on the F1, F... Oh, okay, that's not it. Did I change in here? Yeah, I did. Okay, so this is not F2. This is the T2. T2. That's transport 2. This is T1. This is excavators, I believe, but this is part of the groundwork. Ground 1, which is part of the groundwork group, which is this one as well. And we have here just D1. I think it's gonna be D1 all the way. But yeah, okay, so this would be footpath 2. We need footpath 1 as well. We can do this with these guys. Oh, seriously. There we go. This is gonna be F1. This is footpath 1. So footpath 1, how what's gonna be the difference here? I need to wait for them to actually deliver all the vehicles. Whoa. That's very wrong. You are going here. Yeah, because this is the one. Yeah. I made some mistakes. I think I didn't even buy. Let the vehicles go back where they need to go. They're gonna use all this fuel. There's gonna be another. Oh, it's already there. Another oil tanker. Yeah, you need to go first because you're gonna need all the fuel. Yeah. Anyway. So the footpath 2 here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test it this. No, I don't want to do the same. Let's go with the excavator. Let's go with one of these excavators, and also that's gonna be open hull truck. That's gonna be taking it to the work location, and what they're gonna need to do is we're gonna have to have dumper trucks. Dumper trucks are, in this case, going to be a thing of discussion. So which dumper trucks to go for? This is 10 tons. There's gonna be extremely rarely a footpad that's gonna require 10 tons. If you think that this is, oh look, 21 tons, no, it's not, because this is not done. We're gonna build the residential buildings here, and this is gonna be cut into smaller pieces, like 2, 3, 4 tons max. And this is why I like to build a purpose or get purpose build vehicles rather than these big ones. You get the smaller ones, either V3S, that would be Pragas, or Škodas. One of those two would be more appropriate. Usually I would go for the one that has higher speed, and in this case, well, the highest speed is this dumper, even though they can only go 60 kilometers per hour on the gravel road. I would still go for a more appropriate vehicle. You know what, since it's early game, let's have a couple of these. There we go. So a couple of these, and to be honest, if I do auto search and I go and just remove everything except the footpaths, I think we can start building the footpaths. You know what, we need to build a little bit more infrastructure here. So this is what we're gonna be focusing on now. I'm gonna focus on this, downing one of these creamy freaking pints. No, it's a coffee. Sorry, it's tea, English breakfast tea. Anyway, so what we need to build here is basic infrastructure. We're gonna go through the buildings. I'm gonna tell you what I consider that we need, and what is important. Like, Dennis is one of the people who taught me a lot about this game. I still don't understand some of the stuff that he was saying, but he was following the people and their needs. Once they're moved to our republic, what do they do first? He said that they go either to hospital or to the shopping center, and this is where we're gonna go and focus on next. So we're gonna build one of those two things, but only one out of those two things actually needs to be in a city center, in my opinion, and that would be the hospital. This is one of those things. Well, actually, you know what? I would be wrong about this, because I think we're gonna need multiple hospitals. That one is not gonna be well connected throughout the city. You know what? Let's because I think hospitals are underutilized anyway, and I usually build. I build much less. I populate it with much less doctors and vehicles than the normal person might. I'm gonna build one central one and see if we can save some money on hospitals by having this one hospital in the city center and let them work from there. So centrally hospital. The second thing that he mentioned that is very important, that would be a shopping center. Why am I talking about this and then doing everything as I used to do before? Because I don't understand fully the behavior of humans, how they of people in this game. What am I supposed to build next? That's my question here. Dennis and his idea about the building all these buildings in a certain order or in a certain distance from the city, from where the people live, it's important for, like for example, if you build a shopping center and hospital here, they will go after shopping center and hospital another 400 meters to a new destination if they need something from there, like sports facility or whatever, or work or whatever they need to. So you can shape the city design according to behavior of your people. I hope that that is kind of like good description of what we are talking about here or thinking about here. I will just test this out with the excavator and bulldozer. I'm gonna go, and this bulldozer, we know that it's 4 tons, no, 4 meters. Yeah, 4 tons as well. I'm gonna go and get them the open hull that's gonna be smaller. This is 4. Oh wow, you can carry that. Okay, sure, let's go with you. And then I'm gonna go for the same thing with the dumper trucks. I'm gonna select a couple of smaller dumper trucks here, and they should be only assigned to footpaths and reconstruction, which is not gonna be anytime soon, but this is what they're supposed to be doing. And then assign the, nope, this one here, assign everything to be grabbed from the border crossing. I don't know if I did it with this one, obviously not. And everything except footpaths are assigned. I need to raise this to 3 kilometers, but we're gonna do that later. And the last 3 buildings, well, I'll start with 2 just because everything is smaller these days. Well, I'm making smaller construction offices. I will build this with only 2, not 3 bus construction offices. Bus construction office is something, the B1 and B2. B2, these are Oolykee's thingies, that these are the only ones that are automatically being, that are manually being assigned to constructions, because this is for the finishing touches that only people go to finish construction on the construction office when we need them. So what we need is a road crane. Yeah, I'll mix this up as well. A road crane 26 divided by 3 y 3. This is how many? No, by what? What the hell is happening here? That was weird. Anyway, we need the buses. 26. This is how many people they can service at the same time. So we have 3 buses. Let's go for the... What the hell? That's weird. And I'm gonna go here for the smaller buses. 1, 2, 3. Did I select the road crane on this one? I don't think I did. Let's select a road crane on this one. Show all road... Oh my god, what is happening here? Okay, let's try this. I don't know. That was just weird. Something was constantly being selected. I don't know, this game. Okay, so this is the basics of the city building that I want to build. But there's a discussions. Do you need? I'd already made this video before. I'm not sure if the mechanics are still the same, but you don't need some stuff for your citizens like meat. They will be less productive, less happy, but they don't need meat, they don't need alcohol. These 2 things you can literally not give them, and it's gonna be fine, but you know, productivity is gonna be affected. But initially we don't have any productivity, so we don't care. What we're gonna be focusing on now is building. I will give them meat. We are building a small shopping center here. By the way, I don't like shopping centers that have less than like 3, 4, 5 tons of meat capacity, and I dislike even more the building of storage next to shopping centers. Yes, I'm looking all of you who are telling me build a storage next to shopping center. Never! Where do you see storage with the shopping center? No, it's like everything is in the shelves and then small storage indoors. That's it. Nothing. Sell more. And if you need more, just build more shopping centers so that you can use the coverage, you can use everything that it's gonna be needed. Anyway, look, let's focus on the main thing at hand. So shopping center and the hospital are there. Okay, so now we're gonna go one by one what we need from the beginning. These are residential buildings. This is gonna be the last. We have a pub. Perfect. Pub. Oh, I forgot the absolute must is a fire station, and one of the stupidities of this game, but people were forcing me to play vanilla, play vanilla. Vanilla is so messed up now that, you know, some buildings have heating, some buildings don't have heating. This is exactly the topic that I wanted to talk about, because the fire stations and the heating, like the most important building, this is what I was taught by the Statsnik Wit, I believe, on my Alaska series, when he was commenting on the videos. He was saying the most important building that you need to build anywhere, whenever you're expanding or doing anything anywhere, fire station. The most important is the fire station. Why fire station? You don't want to lose in fire what you started, like, you know, your own creation. So build a freaking fire station, and that's a very, very good suggestion. And this is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna build a fire station as the first thing. So why are we building this fire station, not the other fire station? Well, the stupidity of this game is that fire stations for some reason require heating. Like, there's a lot of industrial buildings and other buildings that don't require heating. Obviously, people know how to heat themselves in those facilities, but not in fire stations. And the vanilla fire station didn't have heating, so every time you expand it somewhere, you need to have a heating. But then the developers decided to adopt and give money to the authors, hopefully, to adopt a lot of modded versions of buildings. And this comes like one of these Robses buildings, and most importantly, this small fire station that we are just building. That, for some reason, if you see on the left-hand side in the middle, does not have a hot water tank. Hot water tank means that it doesn't require heating. And in this game, if we don't need something, we're not gonna build something. So no need for hot water tank. This is the alpha and omega of all your fire departments, all your fire stations. This is what you're gonna be building when you need it. So, ta-da! Fire station. No heating. Right, going back to the basics, we know we need to get the pub, alcohol. Fire station pub, this is actually kind of common thing, especially in Ireland, to name these where I live, to name these pubs like Grave Diggers, and let's get one Firefighters pub, or pub. Yeah, let's go with pub. Firefighters pub, which I actually don't even know it exists, if it exists in Dublin, but we have one now here, so I'm gonna do it like this. Boom. And this is where you get all these tiny little things. But with this, yeah, I see the problem that I am going to have with this. You see this? There's no mechanism space over here. So I'm gonna have to remove this and see if how small, because the roads need to be at least 21 meters long in order to have the vehicle slot assigned to construction. This one is shorter. This footpaths don't follow the same logic. So if we have a road shorter than 21 meters, let's do this. So this is, let's say, 20 meters road. If you want to build this cannot be done by automation. Literally, people can have to finish this road. But if you have a road that is at least 21 meters long, so 21, the mechanism slot is here. Well, the smaller one doesn't have it. So this is where the 21 meter rules comes from. How short the footpaths need to be in order to need in order to qualify to be constructed by the vehicle. Obviously 5 meters is not it, but how short can we do it? Let's go with, let's say, 10 meters here. If we go for 10 meters, still doesn't have a slot, so it's between 10 meters and more. So let's go 11 meters, let's go for 12 meters, and let's go in this side for 13 meters. Let's go and check all of these. There we go, the first one, 11. So footpath 11 meters, and the road needs 21 meters in order to have mechanism assigned to it. It's not really important and never was important for me historically, because all my constructions were more than 20 all the footpaths are being done by people, humans in my republic. This is the first time I'm going to be using the machines to build the footpath, so we'll see how that's gonna work out for us. Yeah, that's the first thing I need to do here, and we're gonna go for the, I don't know, I'm just gonna build, actually this is Palma Nova Road, it's not even supposed to go in this direction, it's supposed to be octagonal building, but I can do it, I mean, nah, I might even just construct things over here, just integrate it into existing infrastructure in these areas. So if I do this one and this one, so for example this, and actually let's go with this one better. Why this one better? There we go. We have our first construction assigned now. By the way, we can easily assign this to other constructions. Just we need a like mud road going in this direction. I will have to leave some of these. Let me show you how this is going to look like. Oh, we didn't have a road construction office. That's a good point. So let's build our road construction office. What the hell is a road construction office? That's the construction office that only does roads. Initially, we only gonna have gravel roads, so not a biggie. So construction office, and we just go and press here, and this is Control A, R1, road 1, and this is gonna be simple. We're gonna need Stalinets bulldozers. 6 tons and 4 tons. Stalin is definitely 2 of them, and since they are only 6 tons, they can be transported by these vehicles that have capacity of 7 tons. So I'm gonna just make it more colorful like this. So this only deliver mechanisms with this, nothing from the border crossing, you're not gathering anything. You can go for auto search, but the only thing you're gonna be building is the factory connections and roads. Factory connections later on, but initially road, and probably by that time we're gonna have the our own already. So I already started with this auto search thingy, and let's see if they're gonna find, boom, first roads are being assigned. Okay, so they're in range of this construction, we're gonna work around that. Okay, so stuff is being done, so we don't have to worry about this. This is only 24 tons. This is what Oolykee is gonna do and give them such a huge amount of work now. Let's do this and this. Boom. This is gonna be more roads and more roads. I can easily give them even more roads to build, but I think it's gonna be okay for now. When I see them being quiet and not doing anything, I will then be concerned what's wrong with them. But for now, I think all of these vehicles are gonna be busy. And there we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to revamp the construction offices, but I think this is it for now. This is it what I would like to do with designing a city. By the way, this is not a tutorial, so just you know, bear in mind that I'm not trying to make this compact and easy. This is just me playing the game, and that's it. Okay, so yeah, let's go and continue building the city. So we have a shopping center, we have a fire, we build from the second part, we build the emergency services, but we have the hospital. Oh, well, no, we have a pub and we have a shop here. So shop, then nothing, pub, there we go, and then we need to go to cinema. Cinema is going to be, let's face it, oh, we didn't build this. Let's face it, cinema is going to be a house of culture, which is perfect. We need more culture, and that will be the House of Culture. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, all my buildings, like non-residential buildings, are going to be outside of the inner city, except the buildings that we kind of need or want in the middle. That would be initially hospital. We'll see if we're going to keep it there or put it on the outskirts, because I'm going to probably have multiple hospitals. The second thing is the city center. I want that in the center. And the third thing is university. I also want that in the city center. So because you only need one kind of to have college educated people, but we're going to cover that very shortly when we get to universities. Okay, so House of Culture, I think I would like to keep it like this. Kind of keep it like this. Let's see, where's the connection? Is this too close? There's no such a thing. I think this is gonna be okay. Let's just plonk it in here. Culture, no more culture, no more culture, no more culture. We need the sports facility. We have several of them. This is the Ukrainian DLC. House of Sports Dynamo. Sports Hall. These are all too big, 30 tons. We're gonna go for vanilla indoor pool. That is the probably the best thing we can do, to be honest. I'm thinking about this House of Culture. Maybe I can find a better place for it. We're gonna need many of these houses. Let me just see this House of Culture. Is that the one that I had problems with, which doesn't have enough spaces? Maybe, I don't know. And people still got queuing up. I don't know. We'll see. I had issues with one of the Houses of Culture, but I'm not sure if that's the one. Anyway, so that's the next. That's all of the buildings from the initial page of the residential areas. So let's go to the important ones. Kindergartens are not important. This is the least important thing, especially when you don't have industries. Once you get industries, yes, you need to utilize your workers. Blah blah blah. That's gonna be important, but not initially. So I always skip kindergarten. Schools are important, definitely. Schools, I don't know. I feel like they belong right next to a pub. Well, I mean a sports facility, not the pub. Pub. Next to the sports facility. So this is sports facility. I'm gonna build a school. Even if I want to be a cheapskate, I want to be a cheapskate now, or at least space cheapskate. So I'm gonna build it like this. I'm gonna build it like. In this direction, so it takes less frontage space here for the roadside, so we can build more roadside stuff. Where it's gonna be connected? You know what? I'm just gonna build it like directly here, and that's it. I think this is fine. There we go. No F1s. What's next? School, university. No, orphanage. Orphanages, never. This system of orphanages is broken. Literally, like 10% of your populations are going to be orphans. You don't need that. Your natural population growth is good enough. I don't build orphanages. I might change. I might test it again. I don't know. We'll see. But I do not build orphanages, and I don't want to build orphanages. Universities. Quick thing with research. Where is the research? Do we need to build the... No, it should be somewhere here, no? List of vehicles, buildings, list of lines, make a city. What? What? Okay, I don't know what this is. Show overlays, research, notification messages. Here we go. Yeah, so white is medical university, blue is technical, red is party headquarters. The most important one, one of the most important things is distribution offices from political university. It's very, very expensive to build it. I would skip it. It's the distribution system. Distribution system is not that important. You can make most of your buildings work without distribution system, but distribution is very, very cool and helps you a lot, but not extremely necessary. So you skip that. The most important one is the technical university, because it has so many things from recycling, from renewables. Not in my backyard. No renewables in my series, but like research, the nuclear power, the map, the resources, the mechanical industries, like just blue. Replanting of forest, the oil, the pollution filters, the chemical industry, electronics industry, all of that, so everything is related to technical university. And that brings us to the most, like you said, the most important university, that is the technical university. And this is one of the things that I was saying from before, Mr. Dennis. All my trucks are on the way back. I don't have any pinky trucks. My vehicles are standing still. There's not enough vehicles to deliver enough gravel. But yeah, anyway. This one is standing still. Well, hopefully they're gonna get the gravel soon. And we do have some other... Yeah, anyway. Some other places where it can be delivered. Okay, back to the basics. We need university. That's gonna be technical university. No question about it. We need to connect this well to the rest of the city, so I'm gonna have to see what is the front, what is the back here. This looks kind of like something. I think that's the best I can say about it. So I'm gonna let them finish this road for now, but having this connected here, and then I'm gonna build footpaths in both of these directions. Footpaths, good point. We can easily start on footpaths as soon as ASAP, as soon as plausible. No, as soon as possible. This is annoying. Fine, I can do it the wrong way. I'll connect it later. I don't want to interrupt the road. I don't know when it interrupts it, when it doesn't, so I'm just gonna skip it for now. This needs to be finished, connected. That again, this can be... Can we start this? Yeah, we can start this very early on. So for example, from here, we can just start like this. Boom, from here. So they can start building the footpaths all over the place. Doesn't matter where they start from, just, you know, build it. If you build it, they will come. Build this. Doesn't matter. Right, so we are missing a couple of buildings still. A couple of them quite important. Mr. Dennis would say that they are really not important. I would say, hold my beer. I would say that I like the judicial system and I would like to have it. So my opinion about this is that, yeah, the halls of residence, I have no idea what this does and like how do you utilize this. This is like an orphanage for students, I think. Like, you know, the students live there. I don't know how to utilize this best in the game. It's just ignore these buildings. I don't see the point of them. Anyway, police station, that can be small. This is not important. I mean, according to Mr. Dennis, it's not important. In my opinion, I like to have a station. I like order. I like Pendrechi, Udriga Medvede. I like the people to follow the rules, and I would like to have the police station. So a couple of things, again, mods here would be extremely helpful because you have better looking, well, first of all, this is now part of vanilla, even though this was a mod previously. This is Robs's prison. Yeah, that's its official name. Mr. Robs was serving sentence in this prison when he was a kid. Joking. People will still think that it's that he actually did. No. This is Robs's prison that was made vanilla. Prison does require access for vehicles, but the courthouse doesn't. So we have a courthouse, which is one of the least important buildings to be close to the population because it just needs a couple of people to work there and that's it. Courthouse is here, Crime and Justice. We have a very, very big courthouse, which we're gonna ignore because it costs so much. And it's panel building. This is what I don't understand. You have panel building research, and a lot of panel majority build buildings are just there. Whatever, this game. So there's a lot of irregularities in this game, in my opinion. Oh, I can do it this way. That would be cool. I think that's gonna be cool. We can squeeze some stuff like monument here next to the courthouse, but current monuments, oh my god, we don't have Tito monuments. That's horrible. Statue, oh my god. Don't touch any of those. Charles Bridge. Yeah, gunpowder or whatever, fortress or something like that. Maybe internal flame or something, but it's not important now. This is not important. We have the hardest part of the game in front of us, and that would be the utilities that we need for the city to function. And this is one of the things that I didn't kind of pay attention to, but I can start now. We have some water body of water here. Now, to be honest, I would usually build a bigger heating plant, and especially if you have two cities like this. Let me see the distance between these cities. So from water to here it's 900 meters, and from water to here is also 1 kilometer. Okay, so one central heating plant wouldn't be that useful for both of these conglomerations. So yeah, they can have separate ones, so no issues here. What we need to do is build the heating plant. I'm just gonna make a road to the water here. Can we do this? Yeah. You can see what we can do over here. For example, I can remove this, and we can start building more roads at the same time. I don't even know if we need to do that. I don't know how busy our dumper trucks are, but there we go. That's even more roads at the same time. I think bulldozers might be the busiest. I'm kind of hoping that I left enough space for all the roads to be built. But yeah, let's see, dumper trucks. Are they on the move? Oh, they're not. You bastards. Is this in the range? Yes, it is. It should be. Yeah. Oh, come on. Get it on auto search. You can see that there's only 2 roads here. There we go. Boom, boom. More roads, dumper trucks, be busy. Okay, for now, Dennis is right. Currently, they seem to be delivering enough gravel. We'll see how everything is going to progress. But for now, it seems like this is enough. Okay, let's start with the big deal. Big deal is gonna be heating. Heating needs to be done by you. Heating is easy. Well, heating plant is kind of simple. Let's go with heating plant. I'm gonna go and plan for... Do I want to plan? I think I'm gonna plan. I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna try to smartify myself, and I want to go and build a heating plant. So heating plant, okay, so politics about heating plants. How far a heating plant needs to be from your city? Usually what I do is build a heating plant that is 700 meters from the city center, at least, but 700. So this is 700 meters. Why is this so? Your underground pipes can only be 1 kilometer long. I think overhead as well. So your pipes can be only 1 kilometer long. 700 meters gives them space in front, space behind. So you're gonna have space to build additional heat exchangers if needed. So if we build a let's say heating plant over here, that's gonna be the big one. I will build a big one. I think that's our country deserves it. So approximately 700 meters away. So if we go for the heat exchanger pipes, you will see that we can build like pipes here. This is 600 meters. We can build here up to 1,000 meters over here. So this is where the furthest away heat exchangers can be. And the longer your pipes, the more loss you have. So you have to bear that in mind. So I absolutely always try to avoid the heat pumping stations, because I think this is just heat loss. If you have to use these, that means that you're ready to lose your productivity, heat productivity to, weather and stuff. Also, initially I'm gonna start with overhead heating, but I think we are already over time, so I'm gonna just end it here now. We're gonna continue in the next one, and then we're gonna talk about the utilities and everything else that we need to set up for our first city. Okay, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and if you want to support the channel, turn on the description of the video. See you next one. Bye bye.